Okay, guys, how are you today? And so, this is my first video tutorial which I'm making in conjunction to my channel, which is TestPass. This is for you guys out there who are looking forward to excel in life and they want to apply for these grad schemes and are a bit skeptical about what they should say in their interview questions. So I'm gonna be making different videos and I'm gonna break it down for you guys very simply and slowly, so that you can grasp something and get some knowledge from this video. And I hope it's going to be helpful. There are a lot of YouTube videos out there, and I even struggle to find the correct video to actually give me that material so that I can go into a job interview and fully geared up, and I would have the answers and I would know what to say. So let's get into it and let's go on to the first presentation. So guys, this presentation is going to be about the most famous question which every recruiter asks, and they just love to ask this question. As soon as you go inside, the first thing they'll say hello, and then once you get comfortable and relaxed, the second thing they'll ask you is tell me about yourself. And I know it's a bit crazy. Why do all these recruiters and why do all these companies and the HR department, why do they always ask this question? Well, the idea behind asking these questions, let me make that clear to you, is that they want to encompass that you have all the skills. So they want to know how you would explain to them about your job history, about your educational history and your achievements, and how you can really put it together in a nutshell. And that is why I put this presentation together. And you must have seen my other grad scheme videos as well. So I would recommend you, before we jump into the main portion of the slides, do hit the subscribe button and the notification button, and as soon as I'll post a new video, you'll be notified, and then you can watch my videos. And I hope it'll be helpful. And because what I plan to do is, this is my first video, which is about tell me about yourself, and in the coming days there'll be other videos which will explain to you other questions. So this is just going to be about this question, right? So this is going to be a weekly video. I'm going to try to make a weekly video for you guys out there, and it's going to be very helpful. As I said, it's a very concise video, it's to the point, and you will gain a lot from here. So watch this video till the end. So as I was telling you, that whenever you go for an interview, you have the HR person, or you have the recruiter maybe has called you, filtered out your CV, and you're sitting in their office and they say, okay, tell me about yourself. Now at this stage, you just have to be very confident, give a good smile, and you have to actually present yourself. You have to be a good actor, in fact, right? So if you're not a good actor, then you have to sit in front of the camera, do some recordings, or in front of a mirror or something like that, and you have to do that, right? So how would you answer this question? What does it mean, right? You can't say that, oh, I'm a single mom of 3 children, I'm looking for a company that will help me to grow, I worked in customer services. You can't be bland or blatant, or your answers should have something meaty inside it, and they should always be in a chronological format. Like example, I'm making this video. If it's not in a chronological format, you tell me, you guys, you would get bored, right? You might have start getting bored from now, I think so. But the thing is that if I just carry on by not getting to the point, you guys would just switch off the video and go to another video and watch that out. So the thing, what I'm trying to explain to you, the same analogy, you have to be very aware in your mind that they are not looking for any sort of personal information, and that is it. So don't talk about your personal life. They are not interested. That is why I put it in bold. So keep that in mind. What you don't want to tell them, right? So the things which you don't want to tell them, that you are overqualified, you are underqualified, you are naive, unprepared for the interview, or simply a risk to the company. Now when you say overqualified, let's break it down a little bit. Overqualified means that, say for example, if you go for a customer service role and you tell them that well, you can do accounts, So they would think, hang on, why would we want to hire a person who is a specialist in accounts for a customer services role? Or the point is, do not overboast your skills or your educational profile. Underqualified, yes, underqualified, you don't want to do that as well. You have to hit the right balance. Underqualified would be fine, you did your GCSEs or your A levels, and now you're going for an interview, which is probably a job which requires more engagement in complex tasks or complex business processes. So definitely you would be underqualified for that. So you have to strike the right balance. Then prepared. Preparation is the key behind any interview. Just remember, if you're not prepared for an interview, trust me, you will never go through that interview. It will be very, very hard. So you have to be prepared. First off, you have to research the company. Without that, it's a total disaster. I can tell you straight away. Go into company's house, put in the company name, look at the accounts, look what they're doing, go onto Wikipedia, have a look at that, do your research about the company. How big is the company? When was the company formed? Who's the CEO of the company? What sort of turnover they have? How many employees do they have? Just 5 of these things. If you can tell these 5 things, and maybe you could pop in another 6th thing, which is like if they've made any profit in the last year, or what is their business projection, or how it depends on the role you're applying. If it's just a simple, very simple, basic customer services role, then of course, even if you tell them that, oh, your company is doing great, you made lots of profit, and if you tell the company all these 6 things to them, definitely they would be very, very happy about it, and they would be very interested to know more about you. So you don't want to basically be seen as a risk to the company. What you want to tell them is your qualification, your most recent work or job, what did you do there, your achievements, and move on to your next job experience. Now, you have to understand, there is always a sequence whenever you speak to the HR person. So your interview might be split into 2 parts. The first part would be that you have a telephone conversation with the HR person, and then your second interview might be more technical with a technical person or the head of the department. You don't know it, or it might be together. So you have to be prepared. If it's the HR person, then if they ask you, you have to answer only that much. Do not go on telling them left and right and all your stories. They're not interested. You have to stick to the questions. So first off, you start off with your qualifications. You can tell them, right, I've done my GCSE, I cleared my GCSE, and I scored these many marks in this date. So you have to tell the what did you do, what marks did you score, or an average. You can tell them that you did well, and you can tell them the date. Then move on to the job. And after I finished my GCSE, I was looking for work, and I found a customer services role on the internet, and this is the company, and I applied for it, and I got the job, and over there my duties were A, B, and C. So when you say, what do you do there? So your education, you found the job, you're in the job. When you say that you found the job, it just has to be a 1-line sort of sentence that you just say to them that this is what you've done, and you moved on to, you were looking for a job, and then you moved on to in that job. So what did you do? You basically, your role was, okay, you have to define those duties. You have to make bullet points of the duties that you did, A, B, C, D, E, right? That, okay, so I'll give you an example, like say for a customer services job that you were hired to deal with customers, and you were a customer services attendant, and in that role it was customer facing. I was very much engaged with the customers, and over there I used to dedicate most of my time on the front office to manage people's queries. So this, when you've been managing people's queries, or you had a face-to-face role, that'll be a very big opening point for you, because they'll know that you really have the experience and you can put in some achievement. Now, achievements are a bit tricky because you can either just tell them a simple achievement which you've done, which you think, and just write it down, make a note of it, 2 lines, and move on to your next job experience. So now I'm going to tell you that how do you actually answer it with an example, right? So this is a very clear example, and why I put these slides together is because it doesn't waste your time. You can use my slides, you can use this material, and you can prepare for your interview as I have explained chronologically, and definitely it'll work out for you. You just have to be calm, patient, and just go through it. You should know what you're talking about, right? So in this example, I'm saying that I graduated with a science degree, and following that I applied for a few jobs, out of which I found an opportunity which I felt was aligned to my studies. I worked as an intern with ABC Company, and during my time there, I was given a chance to learn their business system and align to my work. I was also keen to learn more, as there was an opportunity to gain more responsibility. Now, this part basically tells you that you are a responsible and you're a keen learner, right? And it showed responsibility along with the teamwork. In this section, you're basically telling the interviewer that you're a responsible person, you're a team player, you can take on any sort of task, and you like challenges. In the end, it helped me to prove the department. So in the end, it proved helpful to my department because it increased sales revenue by 20%. So that's very simple, right? So, I mean, science degree, sales revenue might not make very much sense, but you should get the idea and the gist of it, what I actually mean to say and how you need to explain to the interviewer about this question. So I'll give you another example. That the examples are that describe your work experience, your educational chronologically, as I've explained to you, from your most recent to your oldest. So you won't be starting with the most oldest. Oh, you went to school and you did this and this and this, and then you went to university. No, you should start from your top degree, your latest qualification. Either that's a degree, or you did your A levels, or you did your O levels, whatever it is. You have to start from the most latest. Be concise and short. Tell them about your actual studies. Say if you did your GCSEs and say you did it in whatever subjects there were, you go bang, bang, bang. These are the subjects which I did. And that would be very helpful. Just give them examples, 2 to 3 sentences, and it should be fine. So guys, this comes to the end of my video. Tell me about yourself. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you did, do hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll be posting new videos within the coming days, probably weekly or maybe fortnightly, and then they'll be all based on job interviews and how you should prepare yourself and how you should present yourself towards a job. If you have any questions in your mind, or if you have any topic that you would want me to talk about or put some slides and put some material together for you, just let me know in the comment section and I'll do that. So guys, thanks for watching, and let's get this channel to 1,000 subs. Bye for now.